Well, ladies and gents, once again, Netflix, One Piece, dominating the streaming industry. This is a huge success for Netflix. Guaranteeing, I would imagine, a sequel. God, I hope so. Season 2. Give me a Season 2. This series was fantastic. If you haven't seen it, do yourself a favour, go watch it. Loads of people always bitch and moan that all I do is whinge and I complain. Hey, I cannot sing enough positivity about One Piece. It was truly a great, light-hearted, fun, and true to source series, I would say. Really, really good. So this has stayed massively high on Netflix's charts. I mean, it's literally the top of Netflix's charts. So let's take a look, right? This is an article from Deadline. Hit subscribe if you're new here. The Straw Hat Pirates are growing their ranks. The audience for Netflix's One Piece ballooned during the series' first full week on the service, tallying 19.3 million views from September 4th to September 10th. So that's crazy. That is crazy high. Now remember that, 19.3 million views in the first week, right? Just remember that number, 19.3. Now that obviously easily made it the top of Netflix's English language TV for the week. And the audience is up nearly 1 million views from last week, when the adaptation of Ishiro Oda's manga accumulated 18.5 million views in its premiere weekend, right? So, the 8-episode series still has a way to go before it could land on the all-time most popular list, but 37.8 million views, 37.8 million views it has now, in less than 2 weeks, is still quite a feat. Yeah, you're telling me? That's insanely good. And there's plenty of time left in the series' 91-day premiere window to make it happen. So, you've got 3 months this thing is, in its premiere window that they count it as. That's bloody good. That is bloody good. Really, yeah, quite great. Now, again, I would imagine that they're going to do a sequel to this. How can you not? So this is quite the win for Netflix, which threw significant resources into the adaptation. Boy, howdy, did they ever. This cost a lot of money, and it looks like it did. Rightly so, you don't go half-arse on this. You go full board. Now, there was certainly a lot riding on the One Piece, since it was a chance of redemption after the streamer's failed adaptation of classic Cowboy Bebop, cancelled after 1 season. The series was criticised by fans, as well as Watanabe himself, who said he couldn't bear to watch more than a few minutes of it. Well, you should have retained control, shouldn't you, buddy? That's your fault. Now, Netflix seems to have broken the curse with One Piece. The audience data is the cherry on top of a successful campaign that spanned the globe, prompting the series to go organically viral on social media. It's just because it's really good, and it has literally, for all intents and purposes, the biggest anime fan base going. And so you stuck to the source material, people were always going to love it. So, yeah. In order to make One Piece a hit with fans, Netflix and Tomorrow Studios, which also produced Cowboy Bebop, had to go back to the drawing board. So this is the hilarious stuff. This is when, like a light bulb moment comes on in these people's brains. Obviously, how did you not get this? One of the very fundamental questions Stephen and Matt and I talked about early on is, why do a live-action version of this? That's an amazing manga. There's a phenomenally successful anime. Why? I felt we have to be able to know that we're adding something to it, that there's something that live action will add to this whole fantastic world that the others don't have, and that the enjoyment of which will bring greater pleasure to the anime and greater pleasure to the manga, Mark said. He directed the first 2 episodes, told Deadline. So step 1, find the perfect cast. So they were searching for 9 months to find the lead. And also, obviously, the rest of the pirate crew. I mean, that's crazy. That's absolutely fantastic. They've done so well on this. What better way to convince fans to embrace Godoy, or I think it's Godoy, than to get a sign-off from the creator? This is the thing. They worked very closely with the creator, Oda. And they even had the actor who played Monkey D. Luffy fly out to Tokyo to meet him. So he could be like, yeah, this guy's cool. You're just like the character I drew in the manga. I can't imagine anyone else playing this role. Yeah, makes sense. So Oda's approval was paramount to the success of the series. Oh, I wonder why, because people like it and they care about it. That's why in July, the full-length trailer for the series was accompanied by a heartfelt letter from the creator, in which he warned fans that there might be significant differences between the manga and the live-action adaptation, while also assuring them that he did his best to keep the essence of the story and the characters true to form. He explained there were numerous scenes he'd insisted be reshot, and others he was unsure of until he saw Godoy perform them. And even if fans did have gripes with the series, he said he'd welcome them with open arms too. Again, sorry, you mean humility gets people on side? Yeah, obviously. Jesus. And they just did a really good job. They just did a very good job. You know, a really, really, really good job on it. And like, Netflix has sought to link back to the source material in its marketing campaign too. In an August photo shoot, the actors recreated the beloved cover of One Piece Volume 11, not only to stoke fans' excitement, but also to highlight how well the cast resembled their animated counterparts. Yeah, funny that, isn't it? People literally just want it to be what they like. I mean, it's crazy to me, absolutely crazy to me, that this is shocking to people. Genuinely. People are idiots. They really are. So this will absolutely get a sequel. I can't imagine it won't. So the Netflix marketing team created more than 70 assets across 18 months in order to boost One Piece to its full potential. Nearly all of them aimed at building excitement within the existing fan base. There you go. Literally caught the fans. Done. The hope is that the organic chatter from fans will lead to a successful word of mouth. And it is, because look, I'd never read the manga, but I like the anime, and I've done reviews of it, and I've managed, people have watched this on my recommendation, and now they like it. So it's funny that, isn't it? When all these people came out, these critics, and were like, oh, you know, it's got something for fans, but not no one else. It's like, well, that's bollocks, mate, because you only need the fans to talk about it rabidly online, and it'll grow. And that was Netflix's primary focus. So good on them. They say that this can, you know, a season 2 of this can be done and ready to go by next year, actually, releasing in autumn, I think it was that they said. So honestly, green light it, get it out there, do it now. We want this. Anyway, leave your thoughts down below. Take care. Bye bye now.